What's up, guys? Back with another video. Alright, so this video right here, we're going to talk about the speed class. Mainly Miles and Sam Wilson, Captain America. Now, the reason why I want to talk about these two is because of World Boss. Now, if you've been watching my videos, I am more of a PvE kind of guy. PvP is whatever. It's the same old rinse and repeat. Alright, so with World Boss Legend, I do like to push myself. Now with Black Dwarf and Ebony Maw, I am stuck on stage 40, where you need superhero speed characters. And if you know, there's not that many speed characters that does have like a lot of supports. Alright, so like you do have a lot of supports, but not tier 4. Like Shuri and White Fox, great supports, but they're stuck at tier 3. The rest that go to tier 4, like Gamora and Echo, they have leads, no support passives or anything like that. Winter Soldier, great lead, probably a good damage dealer also. I would have to test that out. But the only real support and slash lead in the speed class is Nick Fury. Alright, so with Miles, he did get a new uniform, the Ancient Curse, but it turned him into a super villain. So that kind of negates that uniform. So with this one, if you know my build, I have full Odins on my Miles. They're awakened. No Odin's Glory, but his Sword of Bone Elite Gear is at level 81, and the elemental increase element damage is 2.5%. So that's what you mainly want to work on with Miles. I do have the 3-star artifact. I have a mighty CTP of Judgment. So, but on that stage, I just cannot get it done. Mainly when you see like content creators and all that, the whales, everything is maxed out to the T. Their team up collections are maxed out. They have the full 10% pierce, all that. As you can see, I am stuck at 3% extra pierce damage. So my Avengers characters have 28% pierce. That includes not the Avengers, I'm sorry, the symbiotes. Symbiotes have the 3% pierce, and that means Miles has 28% pierce. So that is that. So everything that they have is like almost maxed out, might as well say. So they can clear stages that high, all that good stuff. Cars are perfect, swords, all that. So I'm giving you what an average account looks like and how the struggle is real. Alright, with that being said, I do want to do something that everybody ratted out Captain America Sam Wilson. Me personally, I love the movie, so that's just me, but it is what it is. So in this video, I'm going to tier 4 Sam Wilson Captain America. Alright, we're going to go over the build, all that, and then we will tier 4 Mr. Sam Wilson. Alright, so the physical attack is at 80,000. His defenses, as you know, speed characters have kind of low defenses. HP at 73,000. Alright, everything is capped, but his dodge, but I could definitely fix that. His abilities is command, leadership, and fast movement. So he has some floors. He has some floors that he can participate in. All right. The Uru looks like this. He has a few Odins. Could clean that up a little bit. His type enhancement is maxed out. I have a stage 12 overdrive as well. I have a 3-star artifact, which is really good. It increases basic damage dealt to supervillains by 11%, and that's just a 3-star. Alright, I do have a Mighty CTP of Energy because he is proc friendly. And the uniform is at Mythic. And the uniform effect gives him 40% increase of physical attack, 15% chain hit, and 20% ignore dodge. So there is that. Okay. And the skills, his tier 2 passive gives him guaranteed dodge, skill damage, bonus damage. His 4-star passive, New Captain America, gives him increased basic damage dealt to supervillains by 50% and 25% damage reduction. Now, Miles does have a 120% increase to damage to supervillains, so that is very nice. But and plus, Sam Wilson does not have a team up collection. All right, so we'll go through the skills. First skill has stun. Second is a V-pad with paralysis. The third has ignore dodge and dodge rate. The fourth skill, 30% heal, which is very nice. Frenzy buff and a damage immunity. And the fifth skill has 50% penetration, invincible, and increased basic damage by 50% for 2 attacks. And his lead is just dodge. Alright, the tier 3 has the accumulation and increase of all attack. And we will check out the skills from there. Then we will build our Sam Wilson to tier 4. I really want to do this anyway, but I've been kind of hesitating. So as you can see, he is very slow. That's the only thing. Alright, the first skill, as you can see, pretty decent. Second skill, they did say it was a V-pad, so in which that's kind of not a V. It's like Medusa's, so it's a mini V-pad. Alright, the third skill, where he drops the nukes. Fourth skill, drops the tornadoes. And the fifth skill. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to the combo. Alright, so we're going to pop 3, 4, and 5. Like I said, he is proc friendly. And that is 80 hits, which is very nice. Now the tier 3, like I said, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Very easy. And that is 120 hits. Very nice. And with the tier 3, well, the tier 4, they want you to do the tier 4, all that. So, okay, hold on. Tier 4, okay, there we go. So you just, it's, like I said, he's proc friendly. So, alright. So the tier 4, physical attack increase for every second, for 10 seconds. So he gets an increase of physical attack. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to look at our materials. Alright, as you can see, my speed books, I only have 4 because I tier 4'd. I forgot who I tier 4'd, but they use speed books, so I only have 4. So we are going to use my last tier 4 advancement ticket. So, alright, the tier 4 materials, we have 17,600 life seed, 15,700 carbo, and almost 10,000 soul of the Faltine. Alright, so here we go. Let's do the skills first. Alright. Hopefully I don't get too penalized for this older tier 4. Alright, let's go. 4, 12, 21 go down, 23 go down, 25, jeez. That was ridiculous. Woo, buddy. That was 1,200 solar Faltine, almost 2,000 Carbo. Woo, expensive. All right, 4, 9, 17, 1. Okay, 16. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, let's go. 4, 8, 1. Okay. 21, go down. 3. Okay. Alright. Very nice. Now, when you're doing tier 4s, that first gear is always going to be really, really expensive. So, alright. 3, 3. 23, go down. 16. 22. Okay. Alright. That was pretty expensive. Okie doke. So like I said, that's what 11,000 left on the Carbo. So, well, and I had what 15. So, okay, that wasn't too bad. I did get a discount on it. Okay, not too shabby. And plus, I am going to save 800 Carbo, 1,000 Life Seed, and 1,500 Solar Faltine. So that's really nice. And there are the stats right there. So let's go ahead and tier 4 the new Captain America. Nice. All right. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Okay, so now I'm ranked 297. Alright, let's set us a striker. Justice. Doesn't really matter. But we'll do Shadow Shield. Why not? Alright, so without the striker, his physical attack increases by 15%. When you use a striker in the tier 4, it goes up to 30%, up to 120% for 10 seconds. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. So, alright. That's really good. Alright, so with that, the dodge is capped. So I did not have to touch anything. The movement speed, like I said, is kind of trash. That third skill. Okay, so I got dodge rolled on that. Uniform. Have all defense, blah, blah. Okay. Alright, so let's take this guy for a spin. Alright, so we're going to do a comparison between Miles and Sam Wilson, Captain America. Alright, so with Miles, like I said, there are hardly any supports for speed characters. So with Sam Wilson, there is a team up with him and Winter Soldier. As you can see, so he gets an extra attack speed and crit damage. Okay, that could have been better, but it is what it is. And his lead is 45%. Like I said, Nick would be the better option, but Winter Soldier does not have a support passive on any of his kits. So that is why I am going to use him as the lead and not Nick Fury. So, alright, so we got Spider-Man and Miles. And Miles and Spider-Man have a team up with max HP and cooldown. So there's that. Alright, so let's go ahead and give it a whirl. I was kind of hoping not to tier 4 Sam Wilson. I really wanted to try to do it with Miles, but like I said, it was pretty bad. So, and it's going to be a grind doing the team up collection also. So, okay. And I don't have a lot of brilliance. So there's that. Okay. Let's see, we're going to go to the 3-minute mark. So that'll be a little bit better. Go to the 3-minute mark. Okay. That was easy. Okay. Not going to do anything yet. There we go. Okay. Probably like maybe 33 or close to like the 20s. I would say this would be a good run, but right now I'm struggling. Okay, so I went over, but he got down to 39.5 bars. Okay, so like I said, it's not pretty at all. Alright, so let us try Winter Soldier and Falcon. Okay. Here we go. Build up the energy proc. Now granted, they do have type disadvantage, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm gonna pop everything at once, see what it looks like. Falcon, you can always go back into his rotation when he gets done, which is very good. Okay. Okay. This is not looking very productive either. Wow. The damage is pretty bad. Yeah, Miles has him about a lot. Yeah, Miles won that battle. Miles won that battle for sure. 14 bars more. Wow. Not going to say it was a bad decision to tier 4 Sam, but Miles is still pretty far from Sam Wilson. But like I said, if I had that team up collection, I guess maxed out, he'd have the extra what is it? 40% all attack and 10% pierce. Then that would be lovely. Now I could try to get some more bars on the team up collection. You can craft the tokens you want, so that is that. But it's gonna take a lot of tokens. So, but like I said, most content creators, they don't show like when they clear a stage or whatever. They just go straight in. So that is what it is. You have to figure it out on your own. I like to try to show which character and what team is kind of the best, I guess. So there's that. But let me know what y'all guys think of the video. I hate I didn't get to clear it, but it is what it is. Just gotta keep grinding harder. So let me know what y'all guys think. Smash that like button and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video.